I'm Andre Huey and welcome to this edition of the Skn Newsline Newscast. With the Labour Party leadership race approaching this Sunday, opposition leader Dr. Denzil Douglas has made it clear that the party will remain united after this weekend's conference. More in this report.
Opposition leader Dr. Denzil Douglas has made it clear the Labour Party will enter the special conference on Sunday as one party and leave as one. There has been much talk about the leadership elections due on Sunday and concerns by some Labour Party supporters that the leadership race is exposing divisions within the party. But party leader Dr. Denzil Douglas has shut down these suggestions.
It would appear who have their own personal agendas. Persons from within and some, of course, from without. But our colleagues here understand exactly what is happening. In terms of healing, that is one of the reasons why I have said that I shall be here. I do not intend to go away. I intend to remain and live here in St. Kitts and Nevis. I intend to remain engaged as much as I can, not only with the leadership of the party, but with the rank and file, to ensure that if there is any fallout from this exercise that is being conducted, that will end hopefully on Sunday, that we would be able, as men and women, matured men and women, who have the interest of our party at heart, men and women who are aware of the atrocities that are being committed against our people at this time, the immense suffering, the difficulties that our people are experiencing, especially at this time. That is enough to drive us together.
Dr. Terence Drew, Dr. Jeffrey Hanley, and Conris Maynard are the contenders for the party leadership when the elections take place on Sunday at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort. However, the election will take place in a private session where some 400 delegates are expected to attend. The conference is not open to the public or the media. Andre Huey, Skn Newsline.
When we come back, we take a look at the 25 most remarkable teens. If you're looking for a one-stop shop for all your electronics, you only have two stores to choose from: Island Electronics on 4th Street, Bastyr, and Smart Electronics at Port Zante. At Island Electronics, you have some of the top brands in electronics, from the top-of-the-line smartphones, Samsung and iPhone, laptop computers, smart TVs, washing machines, small appliances, phone accessories, refrigerators, and so much more. Brands include Whirlpool, Samsung, Black & Decker, HP, and much more. Island Electronics is located in the heart of Bastyr. Make it easy for you to access and shop. You can also choose to shop at Smart Electronics. Get the same great deals and quality products, the widest array in smartphones, including the latest Samsung Z Fold, smart TVs, and simply the best in household appliances like stoves, refrigerators, washing machines, even dishwashers. At Smart Electronics, get products for your leisure: headphones, video games, from Nintendo Switch to PlayStation 5, Bluetooth speakers, and much more. It's so hot these days. Well, at Smart Electronics, you can buy fans or air conditioners. And the brands that Smart Electronics carry are simply the best: JBL, Beats, Whirlpool, Amazon, LG, Samsung, HP, Dell, RCA, and many more. You can choose to buy cash or on layaway. So if you're looking for electronic stores with the best deal and quality, Island Electronics and Smart Electronics are your only choices. Choose the store of your convenience. Contact them today. Smart Electronics at 466-4271 or WhatsApp 668-2818, or Island Electronics at 665-8677. Two stores, one great experience.
If you need effective advertising at affordable prices, you need to advertise with Skn Newsline. We offer a wide range of services: TV advertising, video ad production, social media marketing and management, WhatsApp marketing, digital marketing, and much more. We offer a comprehensive marketing package to suit your budget. call our advertising department at 665-7456, 661-2008, or 663-8887. Get your message out on our newscast on the cable channel 95 and or online networks. Weekdays at 7 p.m. Skn Newsline. Marketing made easy.
Welcome back. St. Kitts and Nevis welcomed the new inductees to the 11th annual 25 Most Remarkable Teens Awards program during a special sitting of the National Assembly on Thursday. The ceremony was held at the Rivers of Living Water Christian Center to ensure adequate physical distancing in keeping with the existing COVID-19 protocols. Glenn Bart reports.
25 of the nation's most outstanding youth were honored during an off-location special sitting of the National Assembly of St. Kitts and Nevis. The sitting was called to order at the Rivers Church at Limekill on 25th November. The occasion was a 2021 edition of the annual Most Remarkable Teen Ceremony, during which 25 youth were recognized for their achievements or for their overcoming of adversity. Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris and Leader of the Parliamentary Opposition, Dr. Denzel Douglas, addressed the teens, while Minister of Youth Empowerment, Donald Powell, spoke of the program and the commitment and strength of the young citizens.
This evening marks the 11th occasion when we, the citizens of St. Kitts and Nevis, share common ground, when we stand unified in our applaud and celebration of our young people. Young people who are creative, principled, industrious, well-educated, skilled, empathetic, community-spirited, service-oriented, and so much more. When the curtains are closed this evening, we will have recognized the 275th remarkable teen since the birthing of this program back in 2011. The young people are powerful leaders of change. They care deeply about our country, understanding the issues we are facing, and know that we have to and can do much better. They serve their communities actively, participate in civic life, and advocate for a fairer, more diverse and inclusive St. Kitts and Nevis. Over the past year and a half, they have shown incredible strength and determination and made great sacrifices to help keep our communities safe and healthy.
Parents and guardians of the honored teens heard parliamentarians make brief remarks on the teens and presented an award to each of them. Profiles on the youth were read to highlight the accomplishments of the awardees. Glenn Bart reporting for Skn Newsline.
St. Kitts officially welcomed the Seabourn Odyssey cruise ship with a plaque exchange ceremony on Thursday. More in this report.
The Seabourn Ovation made its inaugural call to St. Kitts on Thursday, continuing a robust month of cruise arrivals to the destination. The ship docked at South Friars Bay, where the Tourism Authority welcomed the inaugural cruise and hosted a plaque exchange ceremony. Seabourn Ovation is the sister ship to the prestigious Seabourn Encore. The vessel delivers a wealth of new concepts, a fresh vision, and a host of illuminating ideas to delight the world's most discerning travelers. Both Tourism Minister Lindsay Grant and Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris were on hand to officially welcome the vessel at the ceremony.
The destination's relationship with Seabourn dates as far back as 2006, 2007, spanning some 15 years, just shy of 2 decades. Over the years, we have welcomed the Seabourn Legend, the Seabourn Quest, the Seabourn Spirit, the Seabourn Odyssey, the Seabourn Pride, and the Seabourn Sojourn. And so it is indeed noteworthy to highlight that Seabourn Ovation is now the 7th ship from the cruise line to make calls to St. Kitts.
The government and people of St. Kitts and Nevis, we welcome the inaugural visit of the Seabourn Ovation on the 25th of November, 2021. And of course, it shows one of the most idyllic sites in St. Kitts and Nevis.
I had the pleasure to enjoy the beach here today, and it's really, really something. So on behalf of Seabourn Ovation, all the crew and also the guests, it's a great pleasure for me to give you this plaque as a remembrance for this visit as well. Thank you so much.
The Seabourn Ovation docked at South Friars Bay. Andre Huey, Skn Newsline.
When we come back, the OACS authority raising concerns on the state of protests in the French Caribbean against mandatory COVID-19 vaccination. Want to buy some fresh fruits, vegetables, or ground provision, but don't have the time to go to the market or even to find parking? Look no further. Green Market and Delivery is your solution. Green Market and Delivery is an e-commerce store that sells and delivers local produce to customers in St. Kitts and Nevis. Anything you purchase, you can get fresh from the market and delivered directly to your door. Log on to www.greenmarketskn.com. Click on the e-store link, choose your items, and shop away. We have a wide array of products from fruits, vegetables, local products, spices and seasonings, and much more. Save time and energy. Shop on greenmarketskn.com, your one-stop shop for fresh local produce.
Are you ready to create high-performing TV commercials?
Ready.
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 Create and tell compelling stories. Reach your target audience. And build brand awareness. Our strategies and execution will provide for your desired outcome and clearly represent your brand. Visit us at www.madebyopen.com and get started on your creative video commercial today. Lights, camera, Open Interactive.
Auto Plus Car Wash, located on the College Street Gut, Bastille, St. Kitts. Bring your car to Auto Plus Car Wash to remove water stains, wiper marks. Get your doors, roof panel cleaned, seat floor mats, buffing, headlights, and engine wash. You get quality service at the best price at Auto Plus Car Wash. They really care for your car. Call 765-5140 or visit them on the College Street Gut, Bastille, St. Kitts. Auto Plus Car Wash, where the service is number one.
Now to regional news. Chairman of the OACS Authority, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, has issued an appeal for calm and reasoned dialogue in the French associated member states of Martinique and Guadeloupe following violent civil unrest by persons opposed to COVID-19 protocols maintained or mandated by the French government. Violence and arson offer no solution to the increasing threat to our common existence. We'd like to believe that those opposed to vaccination do not subscribe to this behavior and disassociate their advocacy from these counterproductive actions, the OACS Authority Chairman said. Protesters in Guadeloupe remain defiant after bringing the French Caribbean island to a standstill. They're demonstrating against COVID-19 restrictions and long-standing economic problems. The French government has called for calm. Al Jazeera's Natasha Butler reports from Guadeloupe.
Cars are forced to turn back as protesters block a road on the French Caribbean island of Guadeloupe, where anger continues to simmer. What began more than a week ago as a strike over mandatory vaccines for health workers is now a full-blown demonstration against the French government. People here say they don't trust the vaccines or politicians in Paris.
The problems in Guadeloupe run deep. The cost of living is high. There's no training for young people, no jobs for the skilled. We feel totally ignored by France. They pile obligations on us without understanding us.
Demonstrators have set up blockades like this across the island, making it difficult to get around.
This is the main road that links the two major parts of the island, and it is blocked. It is causing disruption, but what the protesters have done is put in place a system whereby essential goods, food and water can get through, as well as patients who need to go to hospital.
Despite the difficulties, this paramedic says he supports the strike.
The COVID pass, the obligatory vaccinations. There are lots of people in Guadeloupe who say you shouldn't force people to do what they don't want to do. That's dictatorship.
At this hospital in the city of Pointe-à-Pitre, the atmosphere is festive. But these health workers say there is little to celebrate. Suspended from their positions for refusing the COVID vaccine, they say they'll protest until they get their jobs back.
You can't just interfere with my body. It's my body, not Macron's or Prime Minister's. Everyone's choice must be respected. We are human, so we'll remain against the vaccine and COVID pass because their only aim is to destroy the economy.
The head of the hospital's COVID unit says widespread vaccine skepticism is putting lives at risk.
Only 1/3 of people in Guadeloupe are vaccinated, so it's very, very low, and it won't be enough if a fifth wave arrives to stop a high number of hospital deaths.
The French government has sent extra police officers to the island and called for calm. It says the COVID restrictions won't be lifted, but ministers will work on finding solutions. But people here say they're fed up of being told what to do by Paris rather than being heard. Natasha Butler, Al Jazeera, Guadeloupe.
The opposition in Jamaica is blaming the government for poor management of the vaccination program, with news that 185,000 doses of COVID-19 vaccines are being discarded. More from CVM TV.
And more than 260,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine were set to expire by the end of October. Of that amount, 75,000 were used, leaving 185,000 doses to be discarded. The opposition People's National Party says that this blight highlights the poor management of the country's vaccination program, and it's we hear more now from Janelle McLean.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness confirms that the country has had to discard another 185,000 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine that expired on Sunday, October 31. Opposition spokesperson on health, Dr. Maurice Guy, says these disheartening numbers show that efforts to increase take-up were unsuccessful. He says the government should understand that even though vaccines are not new to Jamaica, the circumstances of vaccine administration are now different.
I hear the minister make reference to the fact that Jamaica has always had vaccine in our history of vaccination that have expired. But I think the minister needs to appreciate and understand that whereas this might be so, this is a different type of vaccine and we are in a pandemic.
Some Jamaicans wonder if vaccines set to expire could be given to other countries. Dr. Guy says if this isn't done yet, it may be conditions attached to the donations.
If the donors are saying it's specific for Jamaica, then I don't think we'll be in a position to offer to anyone else.
Consultant epidemiologist Professor Peter Figueroa says the news of the expiration is disheartening and encourages the government to rework the vaccination program with focus on public education. He also gives insight into how vaccines are destroyed.
They have to recall them, identify, they have to track them specifically so that they can report on how many have expired. They have to know that they have recalled all the vaccine that is expired out of the system, and then there is a specific way, a protocol for disposal under safe conditions.
Another 100,800 doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine will expire on November 30. Janelle Powell, CVM Live.
The Marine Police have intensified patrols on the
Internationally, growing number of nations imposing restrictions to keep out the new variant detected in South Africa. The UK was the first to temporarily halt flights from South Africa because of the new variant. However, that new variant has now been detected in Belgium. Al Jazeera reports.
On the news hour here at Al Jazeera, and there is breaking news on the current COVID situation. It's coming out of Belgium, which has confirmed a first case of the new coronavirus variant, the one we were telling you about a little bit earlier, which has been detected in South Africa and has prompted a number of countries to review their travel restrictions. European nations particularly rushing to impose those restrictions. Dominic Kane in Berlin with more on this and the COVID situation across Europe. This is, we don't want to get alarmist too quickly, but this is exactly the kind of thing which government's worried about, the virus being on the move.
Yes, this is, as you say, exactly the thing that the ministers and medics around this continent would fear the thought that a new variant, which has been described as being of really serious concern, and that a person or persons have now been detected or have it in their system. Certainly, some reports say 2 people have been found with this variant in their systems in Belgium, but all agree that at least 1 person has, and that 1 person has been confirmed by a Belgian minister. Now, the important thing to stress about this is the person concerned, it is reported, tested positive for COVID on the 22nd of November. That's Monday of this week. And they were unvaccinated. Now, clearly, in many EU countries right now, you have levels of vaccination in the population of around 2/3, perhaps more in some cases. So clearly, from the governmental perspective, but right across the EU, you have the EU as an institution in the shape of President of the Commission, von der Leyen, really concerned about this new variant detected in South Africa or in Southern Africa, and calling for governments to restrict access from people who've been in Southern Africa to the EU. And now you have this confirmation from the Belgian government that at least 1 person has tested positive in the course of the last few days for this new variant.
Dominic, let's talk about Germany specifically. I'm reading about flying intensive care units being used by the Air Force, trying to reduce the strain. Tell us more.
Yeah, well, the thing about the situation in Germany right now is that it is as bad as it has ever been, and it is growing increasingly bad as the weeks unfold. So yes, the Luftwaffe, that's the German Air Force, ferrying help around wherever possible to the places where it's needed most. And there are some states where the situation is described officially as catastrophic. 3 East German states in the old East Germany, have had 10% or more than 10% of all their cases have happened in the last 7 days. Then if you extrapolate that to a federal level, what we have is more than 360,000 cases in the course of the last 7 days. And then, just to add further to the sense of the seriousness with which people see things, the reality is, in 3 days of the last 5, there has been record cases, and today is no exception. More than 76,000 new infections announced today.
Dominic Kane updating us with the situation across Europe. A reminder of that breaking news, Belgium confirming a case of this new variant.
The true embodiment of little but Talawa is former Newtown United FC player Zonaya Marshall. Marshall has 3 caps for the Under-20 Sugar Girls in the 2020 CONCACAF Women's Under-20 Championships, where she scored a goal. Zonaya is quite prolific in front of goal. In the Skn FA Women's League, she is a regular fixture on the score sheet for Newtown FC and lifted multiple titles with the East Bastia outfit. Her performance has earned the midfielder a very rare opportunity abroad, where she joined the SMI undergraduate program in Italy. She will study international business administration while playing for Rome City SC, the SMI Professional Academy. The Skn FA salutes young sugar girl Zonaya Marshall.
Welcome to the Skn Newsline Weather Report. I am Janil Boone. Here is a look at the 4-day forecast for St. Kitts and Nevis. more detailed weather report, visit our website at www.sknnewsline.com.
This has been the Skn Newsline Newscast. I'm Andre Huey. For more news and sports, log on to our website at www.sknewsline.com. Visit our Facebook page or subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also download our Android mobile app. Search Skn Newsline in the Google Play Store. From all of us here at Skn Newsline and Channel 95, I'm Andre Huey saying thank you for watching and do enjoy your weekend.